Hi class. Each of the three clips of the counseling sessions are similar to how I imagine a counseling session being. All the sessions included the counselors asking open and closed questions, types of questions that were discussed in Chapter 8 of our textbook. I've always imagined counseling sessions to have these types of characteristics because the open and closed questions are ways in which counselors are able to discover the clients as well as why they are using the counseling services. After reading Chapter 8 and it discussing how counselors sometimes summarize what clients are explaining, I figured it would be used in most sessions. It is certainly used in each of the counseling clips, and all three of the counselors were able to get their clients to respond to their open or closed questions, and in doing this, were able to get the client to explain to them what issues they are facing, as well as dive deeper into discovering either causes or possible solutions to the problems. These are things I envision happening in a typical counseling session. And so, some of the skills and counselor characteristics I noticed in Chapter 8 were counselors being able to be sensitive, warm, credible, empathetic, as well as objective and encouraging. Others included using proper techniques and being able to act professional. I also noticed the usefulness of the counselors being able to use silence as a skill. And so some similarities I noticed between the three counselors were the kinds of questions being asked. They all asked more open questions, which allowed the clients to explain how they were feeling more in depth, as well as asking closed questions, more yes or no kind of questions. And all three counselors also would summarize the client's thoughts and then allow the client to confirm whether the counselor was correct or not. A difference I noticed was that the first counselor in the brainstorm session confirmed some solutions that had been previously discussed between the counselor and the client. The homesick and dancing or helping session counselors didn't really discuss solutions. They more so asked open questions and allowed the client to discuss their feelings. I believe the third counselor from the dancing or helping session really made use of his open-ended questions to help the client understand what it is she is feeling. I also believe, in my own opinion, the homesick and dancing or helping counselors seemed warmer compared to the first counselor. And so, for a couple questions I was wondering how helpful is it if the counselor asks the client open and closed questions but doesn't actually provide helpful techniques or solutions to the client when the problem is explained? And second, how do you know which specific skills should be used and when they should be used? For example, how is a counselor to know when it is appropriate to use silence in a counseling session?